Welcome again to this video. My brother, listen. Men, especially this concern men, do not marry a woman who was not trained to be a wife. Men don't marry women that they were not trained to be wives. If you're going to look for a woman, make sure she's trained to be a wife. Especially you women. When you come with this thing that you want a man who's trained, you want a man who's trained to be a man. Are you trained to be a wife? Are you trained to be a woman? You want a husband who's trained, who knows how to be a husband. But ask yourself a question. Are you trained to be a wife? You don't train to become a wife at your husband's house. No. You train to become a wife at your parents' house. That's why most of women, they don't know how to be a wife, because at home, at their house, the mothers did not teach them how to be wives. The mother didn't teach them how to be wives. That's why they are bitter, they are arrogant, they got bad attitude, they have bad behaviors, they are moody, they talk to their husband anyhow, because they were not trained. They were not trained. You know, before you become a wife, you need to be trained. Even our mothers olden time, our grandfathers olden time, before they send their daughter to a man's house, they were training them. They were training them how to be wives. That's why you see in olden time, our grandmothers, they were good wives to our grandfathers. Even latest 1930s, 40s, 50s, our mothers, they were good women. They were good wives to our fathers. Why? Because they were trained. They were trained how to be wives. They were trained how to treat a man, how to live with a man, how to talk to a man. They learn it. They learn it. But check this modern generation, this Android generation. Most of these women, they are not trained. They are not trained to be wives. That's why they have bad spirits. They are arrogant. They have a spirit of show off. They try to compete with each other. And most of them, they're hypocrites. They hide their colors. Stuff. Why? Why all this? Because they were not trained. Because they were not trained on how to be good wives. That's why anything can shake them. Anything can move them around. They can be shaken with anything. Why? Because they were not trained to be wives. So men, before you get married, make sure your woman, your wife, the woman you are getting married is trained. She's trained. She's trained on how to be a wife to you. Men, do not marry women that were not trained to be wife. Don't marry a woman that was not trained to be a wife, because she will be a burden unto you. She will be a problem unto you. She will cause problem to your life. Learn and apply. Yeah.